Switzerland, a place where the mountains feel close enough to touch, and the lakes look like mirrors for the sky. Today, let's travel through a country that blends precision with peace, tradition with modern life. As you watch these scenes, blue water, tidy towns, quiet valleys, snow bright peaks, let this story be your guide. What Switzerland is, where it came from, and how to move through it with care. Set in the heart of Europe, Switzerland is small on the map, yet large in character. Four national languages, German, French, Italian, Romance, share space here, and daily life still feels seamless. Trains arrive to the minute, streets are clean, the pace is gentle but purposeful. The currency is the Swiss franc, known for stability. And that word, stability, describes much of what you'll feel as you cross this landscape. The story begins centuries ago. In 1291, small mountain communities joined for protection and self-rule, forming the Old Swiss Confederation. Think of it as a promise between neighbors. We stand together. We solve problems locally. We live by shared rules. Over time, more regions, the cantons, joined that promise. The land was rugged, the winters long, and cooperation wasn't just a value, it was a necessity. Fast forward to the 1800s, while Europe's borders shifted and empires rose and fell, Switzerland chose a different path: neutrality. From 1815 onward, the country stepped back from wars and focused inward: education, engineering, local democracy, the practical art of living together. You can still feel that choice today, in the calm of its towns, the quiet of its trains, and the presence of international organizations that call this peaceful place home. Switzerland's politics are unusual. A federal country where cantons hold real power and citizens vote often on national and local issues. Direct democracy means people shape the decisions that shape their days: taxes, transports, schools, even environmental rules. When you see the order and care here, recycling done right, quiet public spaces, well-kept paths, that civic habit is part of the reason why. Now, as the camera drifts over water and rooftops, you might be seeing the old wooden bridge and lake views of Lucerne, the broad curves of Lake Zurich, or the graceful arc of Lake Geneva. Each city has its own mood. Zurich is Switzerland's modern engine: finance, universities, startups, art, yet with riverfront paths and a beautifully preserved old town. Geneva faces the wide lake and the mountains beyond: lakeside promenades, international life, quiet cafes. Bern, the capital, surprises travelers. Its old town, wrapped by a looping river, is built from warm sandstone. Arcades shelter the sidewalks. Clock towers still chime with medieval charm. The pace feels unhurried. In Lucerne, you sense storybook Switzerland: a lake that reflects the sky, mountain backdrops like theater scenery, a covered wooden bridge that seems to have floated out of a painting. Between these towns lie valleys and meadows, and the immense backbone of the Alps. If you're seeing waterfalls dropping from cliffs, you may be glimpsing a valley like Lauterbrunnen, where water threads the air and clouds hang low between rock walls. Cable cars and funiculars lift you to high stations and quiet ridgelines. Up here, the air thins, the world grows brighter, and voices fall to a whisper without anyone asking. Swiss trains deserve a chapter of their own. Big windows, smooth rides, punctual schedules, and views that feel like a film. Lines like the Glacier Express and the Bernina route are journeys where the tracks are the destination. Stone viaducts, spiral tunnels, sweeping valleys appear and vanish as the cars glide forward. If travel usually means rushing to arrive, here the journey asks you to slow down and look. The seasons tell different stories. Winter draws a white sheet over the mountains, villages glow at dusk, and ski runs stitch the slopes. In spring, the meadows wake up, waterfalls gain speed. Summer opens hiking trails and long lakefront evenings. Autumn turns the trees to honey and copper, the air crisp, thoughtful, and you breathe a little deeper. In every season, the scenery changes, but the feeling of order and calm remains. Swiss culture often speaks through craft. Watches aren't just products, they're small declarations. Time matters, detail matters, good work can be quiet and precise. Chocolate and cheese sound simple, but here they become lessons in technique. Careful sourcing, patient processes, flavors that are rich yet balanced. Step into a small shop and you'll sense it. Pride in things well made. You'll also notice how society itself is crafted. Trains and buses interlock like gears. Paths are marked, trash goes where it should. People wait their turn and lower their voices in shared spaces. None of this feels stiff. It feels considerate. As a visitor, you're invited into the same agreement. Take your time, leave no trace, and let the place be as beautiful for the next person as it is for you. Practical notes keep days smooth. The Swiss Travel Pass can simplify journeys by rail, bus, and boat. City transit is frequent and easy. Buy a ticket, check the platform, arrive on time. Shops in smaller towns may close earlier than you expect, so plan meals and errands ahead. ATMs are common, cards and tap to pay work almost everywhere. Food runs from farmhouse humble to city refined. On a cool day, a cup of hot chocolate in a lakeside cafe becomes a memory that lingers. Market stalls offer local breads, cheeses, fruit. Mountain huts serve simple plates that taste better after a long walk. In cities, you'll find global flavors beside Swiss classics. In villages, you taste the landscape itself. Milk from high pastures, herbs from nearby slopes, water cold from the source. Notice how well nature and towns fit together. It isn't accidental. Trails are maintained, slopes are managed. Construction here isn't about conquering the land, but working with it. Even in busy places, litter is rare. Bring a bottle, refill at public fountains, often fed by mountain water. Bring a camera. Every corner offers a composition, but the best images come when you slow down and watch the light change. Back to history. As the scenery opens wide, neutrality doesn't mean isolation. It means choosing diplomacy, dialogue, humanitarian work. That's why global organizations have offices here, and why you'll hear many languages in a single block. Universities and labs attract researchers from around the world, while apprenticeships and technical schools build skills from the ground up at home. In architecture, you'll see careful restorations beside understated modern buildings, glass and timber, stone and steel, never shouting, always fitting. At festivals and markets, you'll sense local pride, Alp horns and folk traditions in one place, contemporary art and film in another. Switzerland holds its heritage with a light hand, refreshing traditions rather than freezing them in time. As you travel, you learn the rhythm of Swiss days. Mornings start early, lunch is unhurried, evenings feel balanced, families walking, friends meeting by the water, the last trains humming along their routes. Listening closely, church bells carry across a lake or a valley. They don't interrupt, they mark the moment, a reminder to notice where you are. If your route climbs into the high Alps, take your time. Weather changes quickly up there, and the sun can be strong even on cold days. Bring layers, water, patience, because the reward isn't only a view, it's a feeling. The scale of the mountains puts your thoughts in order. You look out, you look in. Both perspectives grow clearer. Safety is one of Switzerland's quiet features. Streets feel calm, trains feel safe, help is easy to find. In return, the country asks little, but asks it clearly. Follow trail signs, respect private land, keep noise low at night. The goal isn't to restrict you, it's to let everyone share the same beautiful spaces without stepping on one another's peace. You may spend a morning in a museum and an afternoon in a meadow. Find a favorite meal at a market stall or in a dining room with white tablecloths. Plan your days to the minute or wander into surprises. However you travel, Switzerland gives you room to breathe, to think, to choose your pace. When the sun leans toward the mountains, colors turn warm. Stone in old towns softens to gold. Lakes pick up streaks of pink and silver. Trains glow as they pass. In villages, windows become small lanterns. By the water, watch the last light slide across the surface and disappear under the first hint of evening. As night settles, the country grows quieter still. Streets aren't empty, just calm. A late tram hums by, footsteps echo lightly on stone. Stand on a bridge and look back at the town. The picture feels complete. A day that fit together, a journey that made sense, a place that invites you to return. Before we close, take one last look at these scenes: lake, valley, town, peak, and notice what holds them together. Not only geography, habits, care for time, for craft, for community, and for nature. Those habits built a country where beauty lasts, because people protect it every day, in small, consistent ways. Carry that with you. Travel lightly. Speak gently. Leave each place as lovely as you found it. If a moment here stayed with you, a bridge over still water, a train crossing a high stone arc, a bell drifting across a valley, write it down before it fades. Journeys become part of us when we remember them with attention. Switzerland doesn't ask you to rush or to be loud. It asks you to notice. Notice the edge of a mountain in early light, the sound of wheels on rails, the patience of water in a long, deep lake. Do that, and the country meets you halfway, opening views and quiet corners that feel like gifts. Thank you for traveling with us. If there's a place you'd like to see next, a city, a coastline, a desert, another mountain world, say the word. Until then, may your everyday life borrow a little of Switzerland's balance. Time well kept, work well done, and peace made visible.